What is up, my YouTubers? It's Jenny, and welcome back to the Mommy Vlog. Yes, we are in a very bouncy mood today, aren't we? Yes, we're in a very bouncy mood. All right, so since my last Mommy Vlog, and I probably have more mental health stuff to talk about, well, we'll start there. Currently, it is 8:58 a.m. on May 18th. It is a Monday. This is Airlie's last week of school. She gets out on Thursday. I'm very excited for her because, one, she made it through 1 year of her brand new school. And, okay, we'll start with Airlie then. Yeah, I'm so proud of her because when I got custody of her, it was different because I hadn't seen her since we went to Florida in 2021. So if you can imagine a 4.5 year difference of not seeing my daughter, even though I talked to her, it was weird. It was like I got custody of her, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's a teenager. So it's like I didn't really know her, if that makes sense. Anyways, but the year is not up. It will be July 1st. Either way, it's almost coming up to a year since I've had custody of her. And I remember at the beginning of the school year, it was so funny because she would sit there and say, I'm so scared because what if the people are mean? You know, what if all the girls wear leggings and have Stanley cups? Uh, and I laughed at that because we are a very blue collar area. Not to say that people don't have leggings and Stanley cups. I'm just saying we are more of a working, like, labor area, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. Not poor, just we'll just say blue collar area. But anyways, so it's funny to see her thrive. I guess it's not funny to see her thrive. It's nice to see her thrive. From the beginning of the school year, being scared, overwhelmed, becoming a teenager with those hormones, that was fun. Just coming into her triplets and her baby sister. I mean, when I got custody of her, I was still pregnant with Bailey. And now she's 9 months old, which I already said. But yeah, so anyways, is that your nose? But yeah, so, and it's funny how she was like, oh, I'm never going to date. I'm never going to do this. Or, if I do, it's going to be like this age. And I love it because it's funny to see how different she is now. And I know that's normal. Um, and the funniest thing is the little things that she does that remind me so much of me. Like, she will plan her birthday and her Halloween costume like as soon as Halloween is over. And that's pretty much what I do. But her birthday's in November, so she's already planning her birthday. And I know things can change before then, and she knows that. But it's kind of nice to see that even though I didn't raise her, like, there's a lot of traits that she has that are me. Right now she's planning a beach trip with her friends or just something to do this summer. Her one best friend here is going to camp, so she can't really hang out with her too much. She does have a boyfriend. I don't think I mentioned that. Yes, she does have a boyfriend. I know at 13, I'm probably going to have some comments and say, oh my God, she's 13. She shouldn't have a boyfriend. One, um, they don't hang out outside of school because his mom's really strict and they can't drive themselves. And he has 4 older sisters. And so he knows that to treat women very, you know, but at the same time, they are only 13 and hormones fly. So just because both of them can seem very innocent doesn't mean that we are not all very protective over them. So she wanted to go to the beach with just him, and I said, no, 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 you're not going alone with a boy, not at your age, no. Um, and then I said, you can have a group of you guys. I understand that even if they bring a group of people to the beach, they can, I understand that. But I mean, unless I'm going to be right on top of her every 5 seconds. At the moment, she's not into all that stuff. I could be possibly naive, but Jim's not that naive, and he would know before I did. My mom, on the other hand, love her to death, but grandma's on her own little, I don't know, crazy world. Anyways, so Airlie, I did not get to tell you guys, I finally grounded her for the first time. It was one of those days a couple weeks back, probably about a month ago now, in all of my really extremely stressed, mental health, I am losing my mind, I can't deal with anything phase, where it was just a long day. There was too much going on. I was way too overstimulated. I was way too overwhelmed. I was angry. I had lost sleep. I was just not having it. And at one point, Airlie was trying to make them dinner, and I said, "No, don't make them dinner." I was going to make them dinner, the kids. But Airlie started it. But what she was making them, I know they wouldn't have eaten because I've tried to give it like cheese, like the cheese sticks. They used to love cheese sticks. Now they're not really into cheese sticks anymore, which is fine. But she was trying to cut up cheese sticks for them to have with their dinner. She opened one packet. I told her to stop. I said, "Hey, stop doing what you're doing." She goes, "Well, I'm going to feed my siblings." I'm like, "I will feed them. You are not the parent. You are a child. You are their sister. You are supposed to be their sister." She's like, "Well, I'm not going to let them starve." And I said, "Stop what you were doing right now." Basically, she didn't listen to me. And then she talked back to me. And I told her I was going to take away her phone and her laptop. And she, did the typical thing of rolling her eyes and saying, "I don't care, blah, blah, blah." It was mostly, she back talked me a little bit more. Um, so I took it away for the weekend. And she kept asking me, like, when am I going to get it back? She did apologize. She did apologize. And we did talk about it afterwards, about how I overreacted and how she's not allowed to back talk. And this is why. But, what was it? Oh, yeah. So she kept asking when she was going to get her phone or her laptop back. And I said, "I don't know yet. If you keep asking, it's going to be a day longer." And she's like, the funniest part was, "Well, can I just at least text my friends to let them know I don't know when I'm getting my phone or laptop back?" And I said, "No, that defeats the purpose of taking it away. I mean, you're not going to text them for 5 seconds. No." Come to find out, I did not know that her Chromebook. Good job, Patty. High five. You want to say hi to the vloggers? Oh, well, you see Izzy's head. Nope, there's Izzy. Say hi.
Hi, Izzy.
Gonna go back outside? Okay. But anyways, so where was I? But yeah, it was just funny because I'm like, oh, the Chromebook. So yeah, the Chromebook. I did not know that she could text people on her Chromebook. So I'm pretty sure that she was on her Chromebook texting her friends the entire time. Although when I gave her phone back, she had like 38 messages or 38 missed call. I don't know. She had a lot of messages. So I'm hoping that she didn't. The one person I know she wanted to talk to is Vixie, who is her friend from South Carolina, where she just left, her like bestest friend in the entire world. So yeah, they weren't talking in Chromebook. Anyways, so yeah, that was fun. On top of that, my mental health. Yeah, so my mental health, I figured out a lot of things. I started journaling again. We'll put it that way. That helps immensely. I will tell anybody to journal. It doesn't matter what you write down. It doesn't matter like if it's stupid. Nobody's gonna read it. I wrote it down. I used to a long time ago share my journal with my therapist. I used to share my journal with my therapist. Or they gave me a journal and then we would discuss it. At first, when I would do that, I thought I didn't want my therapist to hear my thoughts or read my thoughts, because what if they admit me, or what if they call CPS on me, or what if I'm flagged as I shouldn't have this medication or I need to add medication. But once I got over that fear, I mean, my therapist didn't read the notebook. It was mostly like, if there's something that I wanted to discuss out of that notebook, we could discuss it. So I might start doing that again. My procrastination is just off the chain lately. I know my psych told me since my distractibility and my procrastination is lovely. We were thinking about Adderall. I still don't know if I want to take it. I know there's other medications. Than Adderall. Jim's on a new one because I know Adderall is kind of hard to get nowadays. I personally don't know if I want it yet, but my Fexer, like I was saying in the last video, I don't know if I'm going to up my dose, which I don't think she'll allow me because of my weight, or I'm going to split it. Just because I think that's going to be better. Because I'm still taking it once a day in the morning. I don't want to take it too late in the day because it can tend to keep me up at night. However, I can take something to sleep, like my magnesium pills I have. I don't take melatonin, but magnesium helps you sleep, by the way. So if you ever want to be able to sleep, find a good food with magnesium in it, like oatmeal. Oatmeal probably doesn't have magnesium, but oatmeal is a great thing to eat before bed. If you don't want to eat before bed, there are like over-the-counter magnesium pills. If you don't want to take melatonin, look into the different ones because different magnesium pills do different things. But they usually help you like calm down to sleep. Anyways, so, but yeah, my mental health, after I started journaling and after I started writing things down, I feel a little bit better. Because I can get everything out of my head. I've been only doing it for 2 or 3 days now, journaling. And I know 2 or 3 days is not a long term, like, ooh, I'm fixed. Yay, I feel better. No, it's just the fact that I can actually have 5 minutes to get everything out of my head. And it's everything. I will write down in categories like, okay, the kids played with poop today, or Bailey was screaming her head off because, her sibling took her toy, or she wants me, or I'm not giving her any love and attention. Like right now, she's getting cranky. You can sleep again. Plus, she has two front teeth up here coming in. So her gums are really, really swollen up top. I've been giving her gummy stuff, so she's not happy right now because I know you're tired still. But anyways, a recap for this weekend is, let's see, it was really hot. It wasn't really hot. It's just really like stagnant air. Like there's no wind really. A lawnmower's still down. Our grass is still growing. I feel bad for the kids because the grass is high to where now it's like a jungle. There are two huge ant piles in our yard, and for some reason, like they're not anywhere that you can actually like go to. Like, I mean, they're not like right there where the kids play. They have to actually walk to them. But for some reason, they find it fun to find the ant hills and try to pick up the ants. So that's the new thing is they want to play in the ant hills, and we don't allow them. But they did get bit like once or twice, and now they don't really go near the ant hills. They'll stay away from them. They will point them out, but they'll stay away from them because they got bit a few times. On top of that, we had plans to do Grandma's tiny home this weekend. We had plans to do a lot of things this weekend, and things just did not happen. And I might have to put this on pause. You little girl. Here, you want my phone? Mama. You're tired, aren't you? Are you tired? You got a snow cone on you, or ice cream cone. But yeah, I'm so distracted. All right, now that my distractibility and my ADHD totally lost what I was talking about because I had to clean up some poop out of the potty. But basically, we'll go with that. Potty training is going great, except for a bedtime routine. So we need a new bedtime routine. We're trying to figure out a bedtime routine. What? What about your cars? Okay, you want to say hi to the viewers? Okay. You want to show them your cars? Well, yeah. A purple one. I don't know what kind that is. This is I think this is a Porsche. And this is I don't know. If you guys know, Jim knows, but I'll show you guys these cars. If you guys want to chime in on what cars these are. Jim teaches them all the cars because I don't really know cars. I mean, I know cars, but I don't know enough. Can you hand her one? Anyways, so bedtime routine is so like I don't know what I don't know if it's getting worse or what, but basically they love potty training. but it takes them forever at nighttime to go to the bathroom before bed. We tell them to go to the bathroom before bed, and that becomes a game. And they then want to all to use the potty. They have to use both potties, the potty, the little potty and the big potty. Then they insist that they're pooping. Then they insist they need a wipe. And they don't even pee or poop sometimes. If they use a little potty, then they have to use the big potty. If they use the big potty, they have to use the little potty. That becomes a game. We are trying to teach them not to do that. I'm very happy that they want to use the potty that much. Ow, 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 howdy. I'm very happy that they want to use the potty that much, and they don't have accidents in the bed. But it leads to then playtime at night. And Jim is stuck between this bed and that bed because he lays between the girls because they want him to snuggle with them before they go to sleep. Trenton wants him to snuggle with him when he goes to sleep. So Trenton and Bailey are in this bed with us, and Izzy and Millie are in that bed over there. We are trying to get Trenton to sleep over there, but he just won't at the moment. So co-sleeping, when they get their own room, it's going to be really hard to break Trenton and Bailey here. Bailey might be a little bit easier because she's still little, but Trenton has been sleeping with Jim since I went to prison. So might be a little bit harder. So when I say becomes a game, because then they want to run around. The TV is off, the curtain's shut, it's all dark, but they insist that it's a mess. So we are going to try something new, hopefully this week. And that is something that I personally can stick to, being ADHD, because it's something that it's not even like a trial and error thing. It's a necessity thing that they have got to get a new bedtime routine, because our old bedtime routine is not working anymore. And as kids grow, things are going to change. So that's what we get to work on tonight. Anyways, I'm not going to make this any bit longer, but I wanted to catch you guys up and just say that was a little bit of what my story was with Airlie and my mental health, is that I started journaling again. I don't know how long I'm going to keep up journaling, but right now I made it 3 days. It's going on day 4. And I try to keep, because I always have paper and pen or paper and pencil near me at all times, because even though I have my phone, I like to handwrite things, and it's just so much easier just to handwrite things. But yeah, so any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts or advice, you guys can list those below. And anything else you guys want to ask me, like I made a TikTok and an Instagram post on questions you guys would like to ask. I hope people do. Like how I keep my house so clean, what do I feed them, how are all these things I think of. I want to know what you guys want to know. All right, you guys stay awesome. Bye.